what I've done. I can't change the past, but maybe there's a future for me here. And maybe, just maybe, I can do what's right this time. I should head back to the Finnegans. Let them know I'm fine.
Shay, Colonel Monroe told us what happened.
You, sir, are a fool. But thanks.
Master Cormac, I am sorry to bother you when you were barely out of your sick bed.
No, I've had enough of being cooped up.
Then perhaps you could get a friend of mine out of trouble. He discovered a nest of criminals developing strange weapons. Look at these. Bullets as loud and bright as firecrackers. If we might have a moment alone. His name is Christopher Gist, and he might be in over his head. I fear these brutes will hang him like a dog.
I will not let those outlaws have another victim.
Good. The villains are entrenched at Old Fort Arsenal. I have urgent business in Albany. Please tell Master Gist to join me there.
Do you hear, dearie? They are hanging a man in the old fort.
Oh, 'twould be a shame to miss that.
Let's say we give him a stretch.
Kill him! Let him hang! Go to hell, the lot of you!
These ruffians
Christopher
are part of the
Guest.
same...
I'm Shay Cormac.
Can't! But what are you doing here? Don't mind me asking.
The Colonel sent me.
Aha! Good show, Shay. Ran them right out of their own den.
Well, I was looking for a new place to live.
Well, don't put your name on the door yet. There may be a few men left on their ship. Look, the bird is nested right over there.
The Morrigan. What is she doing there? That's my ship, friend. Begging your pardon, but I must go fetch her back from those louts.
Wait! I can hardly let you do that alone.
Help me if you can, then.
Keep your wits about you, Shay. Criminals are everywhere, and most of them look just like law-abiding citizens.
And they've been harassing the people who've nursed me back to health.
Sounds like good folks.
They are. Perhaps you know them. Barry and Cassidy Finnegan.
I've never met them, but I knew their son. Careful now. These ruffians can be anywhere. You can draw them out by making noise.
Oh, I've got something better than that.
Well, you seem to be more than capable of taking care of this matter. Tell you what, I shall find a new crew for your vessel, in case you have to leave post-haste.
Time to die.
Now you see me? I got you, boy! Quick, crawl the hell!
Stop you! Hold it! You can't slip away from us, safety dog!
She's a fine ship. And true to my word, I found a crew for her. I did leave one position unfilled, though. Tell me, Shay, do you have a first mate?
He's Long gone.
Then I apply for the post, Captain.
Welcome aboard.
As your first mate, may I suggest our next destination? The Colonel will be expecting me to report back.
My thoughts exactly. Colonel Monroe said he'd be in Albany.
Splendid! Captain's at the helm! The Colonel waits on Albany. I wonder what he has in mind for us to do next.
Us? I thought you just wanted to check in with Monroe. Not sign me up for the army.
Not at all, Shane. But I admire the Colonel's ideals and want to make them happen.
What kind of ideals?
Secure borders, prosperous farms, fair trade. We need those in these wretched colonies.
Sounds like a high-minded utopia.
It rather does. Want to help make it happen?
Colonel Monroe is an intriguing man, and he certainly seems honorable. We'll head for Albany. After that, I'll see.
Splendid. Full sail ahead, lads!
Haul in the stunsails! Short sail! Get off the squall!
Pull it!
What do you be needing today, then? My thanks for your trust, Captain.
In good health, I see.
Thanks to the captain here.
'Tis a fine vessel, Captain Cormac.
Thank you, Colonel Monroe.
Master Gist, did you learn more about our conspirators and their new weapons?
Well, only that their base of operations is a French fort further downriver.
It's a little close for comfort, isn't it?
If the French have installed a fort in our territory, they are likely preparing an assault. New York could burn. Will you join us, Master Cormac?
Aye. Enough innocents have died already.
Might I suggest we improve our vessel? The Morrigan is good, but with a few more supplies, she could be unstoppable. And there's a French outpost nearby I happen to know.
I like the sound of that.
It was mine, and you know it! Please! Someone help me!
I do not know what I would have done without you, kind sir.
What sort of business are the French up to there? Just occupying the territory?
It is an economic incursion more than a geographical one. Some of the ruffians are sponsored by enemies of the colonies. They intend to undermine local authorities.
I've heard they steal from civilians and resell essential goods for 10 times the price.
It's always the little fella who gets skinned. Colonel,
Can't be far
you and
now.
Gist here seem inspired. Is there something in the water? Or in the whiskey?
Now why do you say that, Master Cormac?
I think Shay here is skeptical about our intentions towards our fellow man.
I understand that there is no need. I simply want these colonies to be a place of safety, development, and purpose.
I thought rich men wanted them to be a place of profit.
I am not a rich man, Master Cormac. Money is a means to an end, not an end in and of itself.
Says you. I think it's a fine end to a game of cards.
Cliff ahead, sir!
Reef the topsails and gallants!
Drop anchor!
Ça marche. Va rejoindre Tremblay. Réveille-le s'il dort encore. Il faut sonner cette foutue cloche!
Unlock new possibilities.
Pas de trou, empêchez-le de bouger!
Je peux la battre. Épargnez-moi. Encore!
Je n'ai rien fait! Je le jure!
Appréhendez cet homme!
Vraiment? C'était quoi ça?
Je ne suis pas avec eux. Je ne les connais même pas. Les amis, on va pouvoir nous échapper.
Hé, là-bas! Toi, arrête-toi!
Good show, Shay. Now let's use those materials to give the Morrigan more firepower. Splendid! That fort and the defenders will tremble before the Morrigan.
Captain's at the helm! Your ship is in fine form, Master Cormac. That fort should offer little resistance.
I rather hope the frogs offer some, else this will be a dull day.
Never wish for battle, Master Gist. There is plenty around here for any of our lifetimes.
Besides, if we find the fort's commander, the French will surrender, no?
Indeed, that is a sensible strategy. But we will have to wear down the fort's defenses first. Otherwise, they will just dig in like a wounded bear.
Shay, knock her down like a game of ninepins!
Begin by hitting her towers.
As the Colonel says!
Ready, Captain!
Close down! Catch some wind!
Full sail!
Brief it on tops!
Superb! Now find the fort commander!
We'll be crushed on the rocks, Captain!
Très bien, ne bouge plus! Je crois que je peux l'atteindre. Halte, arrête de courir! Il ne suffira pas! Quelle blague! Viens essayer! Tu es déjà mort!
Je peux lui tirer dessus! Je l'ai en visée! Je peux l'abattre!
Et aligné, chien! Je crois que je peux l'atteindre. Je l'ai en visée! Tu ne feras pas comme ça! Oh, je peux le toucher! Je peux l'abattre! Je l'ai en visée! Je peux l'abattre! Je l'ai en visée! Je le vois! Je peux tirer! Il ne tirera pas si facilement! Ne bouge plus d'un coup! Je peux le tuer d'une balle! Je le vois! Je peux l'avoir! Je l'ai en visée! Je le vois! Je peux tirer! Je peux l'abattre! Je peux tirer! Je peux l'abattre! Je l'ai en visée! Je vois! Je suis prêt à voir! Je l'ai en visée! Tu ne bougeras pas comme ça! Je peux le tirer! Je l'ai en visée! Je peux le tuer! Je l'ai en visée! Je peux tirer! On a vendu! Je l'ai en visée! Je l'ai en visée! Je peux tirer! Je suis prêt à faire! Je l'ai en visée! Je le vois! Je peux tirer! Je peux l'abattre! Tu peux l'avoir! Je l'ai en visée!
Toi, arrête-toi!
Ratez-le comme un chien! Attention, renard! Je suis prêt à tout. Toi, Alf, tes dernières paroles. Je peux le tuer d'une balle. Je t'ai en mignon. Je crois. Je la vois.
Le chasseur.
Say, it has been so long. Were you on a special mission?
Yes. From Achilles.
How interesting. So am I.
Don't make me do this, Le Chasseur. We could both just leave.
Ah, but then I would tell your brothers that you are alive. You have to kill me, Shay.
Lost sight of him. You have to find him again. Resistance is not in your best interest. Desist!
Don't make me do this, Le Chasseur.
To assassinate me? I thought that was your specialty.
We could both just leave.
You are always good at your business, Shay.
As were you. Tell me, what are you doing inland?
Special weapons. Poisonous gases to use against colonial authorities. I am merely a delivery man.
And may your final delivery be swift. Le Chasseur was right. I had no other choice. If the assassins find out I'm alive, they'll come after me.
While you were busy taking down that fort, I happened to stumble upon the treasury.
You don't say.
It was the damnedest thing. Well, in any case, amongst other things, I found maps and charts detailing various French trade routes.
What are you thinking, Gist?
I thought perhaps we could use them to help the Royal Navy and fill our pockets. I stored these maps in your cabin, Captain, should you wish to use them.
time I was that deep in the guts. Oh, much.
Waiting for your instructions, sir.
We have seasoned veterans among our ranks here, and yet we're to be
Ah, Master Cormac. What you have learned from Le Chasseur was confirmed. The local lawbreakers are changing tactics.
What's their plan now?
Their boss has hired Benjamin Franklin to produce new weapons for them. He's very well guarded.
Benjamin Franklin? The scientist?
You have heard of him? Good. He is making equipment to spread gases among the populace. Toxic ones, as it turns out.
The populace? I thought they would use it against the authorities. Though that would be terrible as well.
The ruffians we have arrested refer to an intimidating woman. I believe she is behind these nefarious plans.
I look into this.
Thank you.
Hope. I pray it's not you.
You shall perish!
Did you see him today?
No, he hasn't stepped outside in days. What's Franklin working on?
Not sure, but it sounds explosive. The boss really wants Franklin isolated.
Really?
Ready to take him down?
Oh, I see a big boy in my sight.
He's in my sight! Clear shot! You think we'd let you do this here? Grenade on the way! Circle him!
Hey, it is good to see you again. Your friend Hope said you were away.
I was. Sir, I've come to collect the results of your experiments.
Oh, well, it's a very good thing then. I just finished fixing the prototype. Here you go. I was preparing to leave for Philadelphia and then Europe. I was invited to lecture in London. Oh, would you be so kind as to inform Mistress Hope?
Of course. God, Hope. What are you doing with these felons? Turning the city against itself. What have you become?
Something the matter, Master Cormac?
No. Yes, just old memories.
When I am issued new recruits burdened with regrets, I tell them the surest way to lose them is with gunpowder.
You're right, Colonel.
This prototype seems very powerful. Use it with care, Master Cormac. Our intelligence says this thing can destroy certain fortifications, as well as injure several enemies at once. There is also a more subtle way to use it. Some of these grenades contain a strong sedative. Fire one into the crowd and they will fall asleep immediately. We should test this new weapon. Use it against that door. Go ahead, Master Cormac. Shoot the door. Good work. Good work. I think you are ready to turn this new weapon against the ruffians who would have used it. There is an abandoned factory nearby hiding a dangerous poison. Right now, it only causes sleep. But I fear those outlaws are distinct.
That's my first target. All the better.
I got you, boy!
You won't lose us, you're already dead! No breathing room!
If I mess with this, maybe I can break the whole system.
Stay away! This is dangerous!
Oh, you like it left, eh? How about it
Hey, what are you doing here?
catch you in the end?
dangerous! This is dangerous! This is dangerous! Oi, pull! Stop! This is dangerous! Halt! This is dangerous! Stop! Let's have a word. This is dangerous! Stop now!
Must get out, or I'm as good as dead.
Ah, what marvelous destruction, Captain. I saw the smoke all the way from the Morrigan.
That should discourage those miscreants. New York is safe for now.
With all due respect, Colonel, it's going to take more than a few explosions to get rid of this kind of trouble.
The boy is right, Colonel Monroe.
Shay, was it? Congratulations. You just burned a whole lot of rats out of New York. I'm Jack Weeks. This is William Johnson. I don't know about him, but I'm pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you as well.
It is, terribly dusty here. I'm sure Shay can recount his adventures to us over a pint. Hey, the first round's on, the Colonel, huh?
Is something the matter, Master Cormac?
Just a little confused. I must have breathed some of that gas.
Some ale will do you good. Come, we are all friends here. You will be taken care of.
from the Colonel.
Dear Master Cormac, my apologies for the brevity of this missive, but it is time we were honest with one another. You have demonstrated your loyalty and resourcefulness to the Templar cause. And this despite, and perhaps because of, your assassin origins. The manuscript the assassin sought has been in my possession for some time. I reclaimed it when my men found you marooned. The Grand Master himself charged me to discover its meaning, a task I regret I have failed to complete. I leave it in your charge, Master Cormac. There is no one else I trust more. Now I leave for Fort William Henry, an ill-prepared garrison surrounded by hostile natives and the French army. We have requested reinforcements, but I doubt they will be forthcoming. I have no illusions that our resistance will be successful. I commit my life to the British Army, and my soul to the Father of Understanding. Yours, Colonel George Monroe.
Captain has the helm! Mates out! Let's go! Man your post, Gist. The Colonel's in trouble.
How do you mean, in trouble?
He's at Fort William Henry, facing impossible odds.
Get off your lazy arses, lads, and man your stations! We raise anchor! Sorry for the early libation, Captain. But do you realize it has been a whole year since we met? A whole year! Changed my life, you did. And for the better. You will forgive me if I have been celebrating without you.
A whole year. Gist, I've a question for you. How long have you known of my, well, former allegiance?
Oh, you mean the assassins? I knew that ages ago, Shay. I may be drunk, but I'm not blind. Or did you think I would assume you had escaped from some homicidal circus?
Why didn't you say anything?
Well, the Colonel wanted us to avoid the subject so it wouldn't, influence your decision-making. You saved my life out of pure selfless instinct, and helped countless others besides. If it were up to me, I would have made you an official Templar months ago.
Who is it up to, then? Monroe mentioned a Grand Master.
Oh, yes. The Grand Master of a colonial rite. You'd like him, Shay. His father was an assassin.
Really? You must have a story to tell.
What is the news from Fort William Henry?
The garrison is surrounded, and reinforcements are late.
General Montcalm has been blazing a path across the colonies for King Louis, hasn't he?
I rather wish he'd stayed home with his mistress.
His or King Louis's?
Either, though I suspect the King's is finer.
Indeed. Madame O'Murphy is supposed to be quite the charmer.
And O'Murphy is in the French King's bed. Now I know you're pulling my leg. Douse the gallants and royals!